Welcome back to another exciting, hopefully informative episode. Now, obviously, you guys know, or you probably know, I'm a carpenter. So, use my hands, I use my tools. So, I'm not one of those, you got to have Milwaukee tools or you're not a professional. You got to have, you know, DeWalt. I'm rocking Cobalt. Because if I break it, I can take it right back to Lowe's and get a new one. So, whatever. The only tool that I don't really endorse is that Hart Walmart brand and that Hyper Tough, just because you're gonna be you're gonna be using that return policy a lot. All right, focus. If you want to film her, you can. Duck is still with us, and she hasn't bit anyone yet. She's a lover. She attacked Matt once, my youngest son. All right, so check it out. Linseed oil. Man, this stuff is magic. So my hand tools, I got a lot of metal and wood and carbon fiber tools, that I've used. Some of it is wood, and if it's good wood on your axe handles and your masonry hose, if it's good wood, it's hickory, and it's got a really high tensile strength. It's very strong, and it's very light. So it actually has almost the tensile strength of oak, but the weight of, I'm not going to say balsam wood, but maybe pine, wet pine. So it's kind of light, and that's something to be taken into consideration when you're using tools all day. So what you want to do the first time you get a tool with a wooden handle, for the first 5 days, it's going to have a finish on it. So you might want to use it until the finish wears off. It'll typically be a shiny, urethane type finish. But eventually that finish, this is the newest one, and I just started treating it yesterday, but the finish is worn off. So now I'm hitting it with linseed oil. So what that oil does is it penetrates that wood and it cures and seasons it from the inside. So you're going to notice when you do this, and the maintenance procedure is, for the first week, you do it every day for 7 days. All right, and then you do it 4 times a month. And then you do it once a month for 6 months, and then you only have to do it once a year, if you can remember. And I can remember because I'm constantly picking these things up and putting them down. This masonry hoe, how old do you think that is? I mean, this is a masonry hoe. So I'm mixing concrete with it. I'm grading dirt with it. I'm ripping rocks out of the ground with it. How old do you think that is? 5 years? 10 years? That handle is 22 years old. This hoe was my great-grandfather's. Yep. So wood's not bad. I like my metal stuff because my kids can use it, and I'm not worried about them destroying it. Because, kids, young boys, teenagers, and young men, they can be kind of hard on stuff. It gets expensive. Even when you're talking about wood handles, you can spend a lot of money. So if you want to protect your investment, get you some linseed oil. Hey, focus. So for the first week, every day for 7 days. Then every week for about 3 or 4 months, and then once a month. And you'll notice in doing that, they get heavier because that oil gets absorbed into the wood and it gets heavier. And so when you leave it out in the sun, or you forget it, or it gets weathered, leave it out in the rain, it's not going to rot out, and it's not going to leave you hanging. It's going to be a good tool. So anyways, I don't know, my granddaddy taught me that, and I just thought I'd pass it along. Focus. What are you looking at? My shirt? You looking at my pants? Up here. You looking at my beautiful belly? Hey. So anyways, big shout out to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you stay salty. And guess what? Guess what's coming around the corner? Deer season. My youngest son has a vicious feline predator climbing him. So if he seems distracted, that's why. And he's also got a vicious redneck Malinois at large casing the area. I told you that cat will climb right up to your face and give you a kiss. But anyways, guys, we got deer season coming up. So now that my youngest son has bought me that GoPro camera, I hope we can get into some live action, and we'll talk more tactics, and we'll get more video up of some things that you actually might need to know. So meat is a lot more sustainable than waiting around in a bread line. So I'll just leave it at that. Love you, mean it. Stay tuned. Be vigilant. Stay salty.